Ladies and boys and girls, civilians of all ages, what's poppin'? Animated establishment Townzie bringing y'all my live reaction to chapter 142 of the Promised Neverland. I have been waiting. I was wrong. Well, about the lady at least. You know what I mean? The lady and the other guy. I've noticed, obviously, that those three, as soon as I started editing that video, I realized that, oh yeah, those three are the ancestors of Emma, Norman, and Ray. All three of them, as opposed to just the male Emma. Obviously, when I saw the male Emma, I was shocked. I figured that the female's face just looked familiar. So like the first female I latched onto, I was like, oh yeah, she looks like a musician. But like, nah, the face was familiar because that bitch looked just like Norman. So I'm like, hold up. She looked familiar too. I just immediately defaulted to the last female demon we seen. Nonetheless, we got to go into the past, the first promise. I'm geeked. I'm excited. I'm trying to get to this chapter. I'm impatient. We ain't about to waste no time. Let's get it. The chapter called The Promise from 1,000 Years Ago, Part 2. Reporting in. Yeah, so yeah, those dudes wasn't even a part of the battle. Like I was saying, they didn't even start fighting Archduke Louis yet. They all in the same room. Archduke Louis has appeared in the Southwest Forest. The Ratari forces stronghold has been annihilated. General Ratari also is most likely. No, not General Ratari, that motherfucker, not him. And then male Emma said, I'm gonna go search for him. Norman's like, I'll go too. Alright. If he's still alive, we may not have much time. Besides, if their entire force did end up being wiped out, if we don't recover the corpses, they'll all eat them. Damn, wait. And then, oh man, James Retarded came back. Did he already make the promise? Is it already over? He like half frown, half smile, half look sad, all of that. They look at him, Julius, we so glad, are you injured? He's like, I'm sorry for worrying y'all. More importantly, I'd have something I'd like you to hear right away. Yeah, I became a traitor real quick. And then we cut to them sitting all in a circle. You want us to reconsider that proposal? All gathered around for the last round of discussion before... Oh shit, so some shit must be going down this chapter. That one about offering up a part of the humans in order to forge peace with them? However, I thought we decided against that before. He said, but if we present them once, that'll be the end of it. We have this method by doing so just once. We could sever interactions with them for eternity. And as we know, in present day, 1,000 years later, these niggas still interacting. What? Come on now. Even the Ratari family's still involved. He said, this is certainly preferable to losing thousands or tens of thousands of soldiers and people onwards. I don't know. He said, I've had enough with sacrifice. No. You ain't had enough with sacrificing. That's not what you said when you was about to die. You just said you was tired of this. Not sacrificing, boy. You just ain't want to die. He tried, bro. Man, this is just trash. Everybody's looking at him like, in one night. In just one night, we were all wiped out. If we just offer up a small amount, all this sacrifice will end right then and there. He's like, but Julius, if we can't do this, the mindless bloodshed will never end. We have to finish this for the sake of mankind. You can't say for the sake of mankind, then enslave mankind. That's not how that works, my guy. Not soon, not someday, but right here, right now. All of us. It certainly is a painful choice to make. But this is a constructive compromise. It's a price we must pay. No, yeah, must is a strong word, but alright. He's bowing now. I beg of you. Everyone, please accept this plan. Male Emma's like, Female Norman's like, but what about all the suffering that's gonna happen to those we offer up? Their offspring, generation after generation, following after them. All for the sake of our peace. The pain and suffering they have to shoulder will just continue as well, with this one singular decision. The Promised Neverland right there in the nutshell. He didn't give a fuck about sacrifices. He only cared about himself. He wanted to live in that moment. He said, fuck it. I don't care. I don't know. I want me to live. I'm good. As long as I'm good, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He said, is that not the case? He's like, I've lost many soldiers too. My father and my brother were eaten. All the others lost their families as well. Countless numbers of my comrades have been eaten by him. And like, but even so, you and all of us here, haven't we been fighting all this time for the future that we want? Even though all of the losses all they robbed us of. Haven't we come this far together because we hadn't given up? And he's like, stop it, you're wrong. You can't just tell someone they're wrong. Those pretty words and those illusions, I'm fed up with all of it. See, selfishness, straight up selfishness from humans, other humans, straight up selfishness. He said he tired of it. Fuck y'all fight, fuck the rest of y'all fight, fuck fighting. I'm tired of it, so this is what we about to fucking do. You can't make a decision for the entirety of humanity by yourself, just because you're a selfish bastard. He says, so what's wrong with casting away some strangers for the sake of my comrades? I'm doing strangers. Wow. Unborn children are strangers. That's what we think unborn children as, strangers, bro? Sheesh. I'm doing the right thing here. He's like, then why do you look like you're in so much pain, Julius? I know that you don't want to cast away them either. You think about your nation and your troops more than anyone else. You're straightforward and kind. For that reason, you feel much more responsible for others and push on ahead by yourself. But weren't you the one who wanted it more than anyone else? Peace for all mankind? Victory without compromise? I'm sorry you had to suffer alone, but for your sake too, we just can't accept that proposal. Oh man, so he gonna kill their asses. Some shit, dog. Oh no, what? Hold up, bro. Oh no, he's like, what you need right now is rest. You must be exhausted. Rest up a little. Yeah, get your mind right. Get your brain right. He's like, you're wrong. You're wrong. This is the very best peace we can achieve. I want to reach an understanding with all of you. Otherwise, if I can't get you to just consent to this, and he's like, I see. No matter what I do, you won't change your minds. It's a shame. Honestly, what a shame. He either about to kill them or he already did the promise, bro. An enemy attack? Oh, he already sided with them. He knew this was gonna happen. Oh no. And then all the people just feared. They're just like, no, Julius, you betrayed us. And there it is. And there it is. Humans did this to humans. And there it is. We learned last chapter that humans also hunted demons. We learned in this chapter that a human is one that asked the demons to do this in the first place. This whole promise, it's a human's fault. All this is a human's fault. Chapters before this, we learned that your blah 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 was willing to make a whole different promise, compromise, what the fuck ever. So this didn't even have to be the only promise. If they were smart enough to think of something else, maybe they could have at the time. That's all I'm saying. Genocide? That's not the way to go. He's like, I already reached an arrangement with their king. Yep, I knew it. I knew they already did it. And they're like, not bad at all. If we could seize control of our food source, we could command and govern subjects more efficiently. We will agree to your peace. And he says, please forgive me. There is no other way. You've become an obstacle towards peace. Therefore, as much as it pains me to do this, damn. And then like you just see just like all of the ancestors and shit like that, they just being grabbed by the demons. Demons is huge, bro. Just got the whole nigga in one hand. You are humanity's first cattle. It makes sense, bro. It makes sense. But it also makes sense that they got so many smart ass niggas there, because like if these was their ancestors, I would assume, since they're on like the front lines, they're the ones thinking for all of humanity. Maybe not one person, but like 5-6 people all think of it. I assume they're very smart. So it makes sense why Emma, Ray, Norman are all very smart. You know what I mean? They all came to these decisions by themselves as adults and shit like that. So it could show that they, you know what I mean, their kids, ancestors, whatever the hell you want to call them, it's probably going to be just as smart. But still, oh my god. He just like, I didn't know how he was going to like kill him or something like that. Nah. Demons, get their asses. Now, go on and become a foundation for peace. Oh my lord. And so they go back to memory. It's okay. This was the sole correct path. Someone has to end up being the victim. Somebody has to be the one to finish this. It's over now. The human world will be saved. I've saved it. That's crazy because you ain't did shit, boy. Because, you know what I'm saying? Ancestors, we out here doing the damn thing, you know what I'm saying? Trying to feed all millions of the fucking cattle that y'all have. Y'all got Adams, y'all got smart kids, y'all got kids that's treated like chickens in the chicken coop, you know what I'm saying? Just to be slaughtered and eaten, you know, like, nah, you didn't save a damn thing. He said, that was the promise? You want the world to be divided in two? That was the promise? He did that? Wait a minute, hold on, who made that? Wait, your blah 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 made that possible? Wait a minute, who in the fuck is your blah blah blah? Okay, I will grant your wish. How in the blue fuck did this nigga divide the world into two? How? Did he just make the demons be like, hey, y'all come over here, don't be on their side no more? Or did he legitimately split the world? He says, however, I will request a reward as well. And he's like, huh? It's a price for granting your wish. No matter what he wants, do not refuse. And he's like, I've decided. Does he decide the reward every time? He says, first, Everk, from you, I would like the finest meat you will ever grow. You can make them, right, humans? At farms. I want to eat better meat than you or your king ever would. And he's like, I understand. And now then, next up is Julius for you. He's like, once this is done, everything will be over and I can go home. I knew it. See, he talking about him going home, bro. Man, he was about to get destroyed by fucking what's his name? He was about to get desecrated by Lewis, decimated, disintegrated, eviscerated, all of that. Lewis was about to destroy that man. He was like, fuck it, I'm out. Nah, fuck all this, bro. No. Let's go ahead and make this promise. I'm about to live this shit. He ain't worried about nobody but him. He said, even if I must give my life here. Okay, buddy. He said, from now on, you will be the gatekeeper. Whoa. Huh? Oh, maybe the family. The family. That's why, that makes sense. Your role will be that of a mediator. You are to preserve peace between the two worlds. The promise that you and the king made so that we may not hunt each other. Let's separate the world. You are not to break each other's customs. If the human side doesn't play a part, you wouldn't be able to rest assured, right? So your clan, who are humans, will play that role forever. Oh man, he's like, yeah, you and your offspring generation after generation will be stuck in that vortex of fate. So like he already knew this. Like they weren't telling, when they was telling him, bro, our ancestors is going to be just like this forever. He already knew, you know what I mean? Whether he actually knew first before this, or whether it was your blah 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 that made him realize right now, he knew. And the fact that he knew and he still went through with this, he didn't care. He said, you can't escape from the friends you tossed away, nor from your fate. Your blah 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 threw it all up in his face. Your blah 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 threw it in his face. You can't escape from reality, dog. You threw your friends away for this. I'm fine with it. I don't care. He's like, I'm a god. I'm a deity. I do what the fuck I please. But you just gotta remember that you did this forever. I wonder if this dude's still alive. Like he gave him like immortal life to like watch over his suffering. I mean, to make sure you see your sins. Make sure you see all that. He said you too will become a foundation for peace. And then we cut back to Emma and him. Sure, Emma. What is your wish? However, I request a reward as well. See, and I think like these rewards, like they just make, like he's like a genie. It's like it's always gonna have consequences to it. Like we're creating a farm. The demons and stuff like that, they didn't even get like the best human ever, whatever that is, whoever that is, your blah 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 get that. They don't even get that. The demons, the king don't even get that. Your blah 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 do. And then with the human side, he said, you, Retari family, y'all just gonna be known as evil. Let a human find out what you did. You know what I mean? They gonna if they find out they smart enough, find out what you did. They know how trash you is. For generations and generations, you a foundation for peace, my guy, peace. And then Emma thinking to herself a reward. Mr. Minerva's pen talked about that. But with such simple-mindedness, he really does seem like a kid. An existence of a higher dimension that has transcended time and space, who at one time divided the human and demon world. That's what I'm saying. What's he thinking of? What does he want? I can't read him at all. It's almost like some fickle god. And he says the reward, it had to be something important. their ambition, their desire, what they long for. What I would want is something that is important to the other party. Will you make a wish despite that? What do you wish for? And then she thinking again, and then they point to the pen. Look here. 3 rules. 1. Promises made with your blah 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 cannot be overwritten. 2. Promises made with your blah 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 cannot be broken. And 3. You absolutely must not refuse him his reward. In the promise from 1,000 years ago, the world was divided based on that. Our wish would be quite simple. Just 2 things. And Emma's like, my wish is, I want all the cattle children to cross over to the human world. And after that, for it to be completely impossible to pass 2 worlds. So it's like, ain't that going back on the wish? Ain't that literally just going back on the wish? Well, no. Completely impossible to pass. No, it's not going on the wish. It's literally exists, but like it's going back. But his wish to have meat. But I mean, it didn't say he needs to have human meat, just the best meat. Interesting. So is she actually going back on the No, she's not actually going back on the promises. The cattle children can still exist, except all of them just cross over to the human world, and to make it impossible for them to pass between worlds. To make it impossible just to pass between worlds in general. Not just, humans, demons, just in general. The 2 worlds still exist. It's just all humans over here, all demons over here. I wonder if he gonna go for that. They looking for, he said, I will grant that wish. But at what price? Chapter 142 in the Promised Neverland. Hey, he gonna grant the wish. What is the reward? What if Emma has to like stay? Like, oh man, he said he would grant it. Cause it didn't bypass any of the rules. She went by the rules, they went by the rules and all that. But what is the reward gonna be? I'm trying to think like a genie, like a blah blah blah. Like what is this like? What could other than like Emma staying? That's what I'm thinking. That's one of them I'm thinking. Emma staying, but like their hopes, dreams, desire. Like that's Emma's hope, dream, desire. She want to be with her family. She want to be a family. So like the worst thing that can happen to her specifically is just not to be a family. But like what bad can come about this? The demons one demon gotta go over too. You know what I'm saying? Except y'all gotta play nice. Except y'all gotta have convention between like what is it like the prompt now? This reward. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing now. So I see Emma's promise that makes all of the sense. The last promise, that shit makes all of the sense. The reason like the world split, that makes all of the sense. How the fuck did this dude split the world? And actually, I'm looking at it. I wonder if this dude's actually a monster or not. Or like because like I'm looking at it, he got like a neck. It looked like he wearing a mask. It looked like that's not. It could like actually not be his eye. I wonder if he's actually a monster, dog. Like he could change his appearance. We saw him go from like old to young, not old, from tall to short and shit. Dog, we're in 4th dimension. Anything could happen. I'm wondering like, what is this dude? What is this dude? At what price do we have to pay for this wish? Let me know in the comments what you think the reward is. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got for y'all this type of reaction. So, like I always say, leave a like, comment, subscribe, pull up to the Twitch stream, pull up to the Discord, and y'all have a good one.